Welcome to Five Over Par.
Welcome, welcome.
We're back at it at Nolan's practice again because
C'est
this
la
is
vie.
the only time we ever have to record anymore.
It's nice though. I actually kind of like this setup. I mean, the whole studio is getting wasted, but
Yeah, we'll get
it's
back
okay.
in there someday.
Uh, no, that has. It's been busy, and I think that it's. We keep thinking next week's gonna be better, and this is just life. Like this is where we're at. It's gonna keep happening, and so if doing a podcast from practice works, might as well keep doing it.
Might as
So
well.
here we are, first
Yeah.
week of October, entering spooky season.
Mhm.
Getting ready for all of the holidays that come next. We've already got several Thanksgiving plans in the works for all the different families and our traditional for Christmas setup.
And I say, I think we have both Thanksgiving and Christmas figured
I
out
think
already,
I think
right?
they're all settled.
Thank goodness.
Dates locked in. We're hosting several of those. We've got a lot of kids with fall, winter birthdays, so we've got a lot on the books. But first things first,
Hosting Palooza,
it is a birthday extravaganza.
which
Um,
we just had one.
we did. We just celebrated our niece's birthday. We had it at our house. Her mom did most of the stuff. It was just our house was the venue. That went really, really well.
It did.
It was nice.
It was a lot of fun.
Yes.
I think all of the kids had fun, but especially Trace seemed to really enjoy it. They had a little bounce house with the slide and all that. And it was fun. So
But we have one more birthday that's going to be at our house. That is a friend of a friend. But after that is Halloween. So this year,
yay.
I know neither of us are very big Halloween people, but we understand the appeal to the kids and all the candy and the dress up and the fun side of it. And so we are trying to get them to get to have their fun in a way that is also fun for us, or at least not
Yeah.
stressful for us.
Yeah, because we've done trick or treating
hmm
almost every year, really, I think.
I think we've done fall festival a couple of times in lieu of trick or treating, and I am always team fall festival. Love to do that. Love, but this year we don't have a church base that feels like home and
Yeah.
feels like the right path. Same thing with last year. We didn't have that, so last year we did the trick or treating in our neighborhood. Love our neighborhood, um,
So does everyone else.
but so does everyone else.
And it was chaos. Like, we had a bunch of people over and we all had fun.
Yeah,
Um, but we kept getting split up and the older kids would get ahead and then they would come back maybe, but only half of them. The other half would keep going. And I don't know. It was just before the end of the night was all said and done, it was like I was a giant stress ball, and I already don't like Halloween. Whatever, it's fine. It can be fun. But the weird, creepy stuff that happens that
yeah.
no one kind of really talks about is I don't want that to ever happen to my family. So I'm I'm already overly protective, but especially on Halloween night.
It's also not fun for us trying to navigate the two different dynamics. So we've got the little one who we don't want him to see all the spooky stuff, but we understand our teenagers like a little bit of a jump scare and like a little bit of whatever, and they want to be independent and go trick or treating with their friends group. And we're in a neighborhood where the houses are just a little bit further apart, so it's walkable for most.
Yeah,
But people with small children, like 3 and under, are driving, which is absolutely the right call. If you have a 3-year-old, I get it. You're going to drive house to house and just walk just the driveway. But when you're trying to walk and keep up with your teenager, and then you've got the little one, and then there's cars and ATVs and all the different other types of motorized vehicles,
yeah,
on top of mass crowds, that was where my anxiety kind of came into it. And then navigating the houses that were maybe borderline scary. Do I take my kid to this one or do I not? And then the thing would jump out, and you were like, oh, this was like actually scary.
yeah. Which,
Um,
more power to you. If it's your
yeah,
thing and you like to go all out on Halloween, I have no problem with other people doing the fun thing.
I love that for them.
Um, and our older two at least, are almost at the age where they could honestly probably go trick or treat pretty much completely by themselves. If the My problem is our neighborhood is it's a like a hotspot for all like the rest of the area.
Yep.
So if it was just the people that lived in our neighborhood, I'd be like, yeah, go ahead, go have fun.
Right.
But it's not just that. It's probably 3 or 4 times the amount of people that live in our neighborhood that are there driving around
Yeah.
doing only, who knows what. So it's a little intimidating for someone that's a helicopter parent.
Well, and I think, again, kind of tying to what works for us, like everybody else has what works for them, and that is great. But what works for us tends to be how do we stay a family? Like, how do we
Yeah.
I still want to be a part of the boys' Halloween because they are so close to being completely independent, too cool for us, whatever. But they're not there yet. For the most part, they will hang out with us if we just sweeten the deal just a
Yeah.
little bit. But how do we make it fun for them, fun for Trace? And so this year we are having a Halloween party. Halloween falls on a Friday, and that just seems like, hey, this is a great deal. Like I'll just buy you your favorite candy,
Yeah.
and we can put a scary-ish movie on, not super scary. It's gotta be something good for Trace, but I'm like, Hotel Transylvania
Or
or,
the episode of Bluey where it's Halloween and we just watch that over and over
you
again.
know, pretty much leaning towards, Hocus Pocus or Halloween Town. Haven't watched them recently to see if they're too scary for Trace, but I think we'll probably land on something that's good for all ages.
Yeah. I don't really remember Hocus Pocus all that well. I know that I think it came out around the time I was like 3 to 5, somewhere in there. And my stepmom was a big fan of it, so my mom was not. We didn't really watch scary stuff at my mom's house, but, I didn't really watch scary stuff at my dad's either, but my stepmom liked Hocus Pocus, so, I definitely remember watching it at least a few times, and I don't remember it being anything crazy, especially because it came out in, like, the early '90s.
Yeah.
Anything rated PG-13 then is almost really PG now,
I just feel like
so
it wasn't very serious. Like it
yeah,
wasn't one that was if it had something that looked creepy, it was dumb. Like
yeah,
it was the dumb character or it was the funny one or whatever. So from what I remember, it's not one that's gonna like traumatize our kid when he walks through the house to get something. Again, I don't think he's gonna be sitting out there. But I think it's a fun way for the kids to have their friends come over. We still can dress up. We still can do an activity, which I think painting pumpkins seems like a fun thing to do. I don't
yeah.
know. I think it'll be fun.
And then NBA season is about to start in, like, a week or 2. So there will be some kind of I don't think there's football on that night. I think it's just NBA stuff, but we can have sports on in the background or whatever, like it can they all do a really good job of just like hanging out with their friends,
Yeah,
even if there's nothing going on. So
they do.
um I think we were looking at what a smoke machine or something for the
I do.
garage
I
and yeah.
wanna I wanna do fun decorations that are, spooky season appropriate. I think I want to do more of like a pumpkin patch in the front yard and just that ties into the activity. Um yeah, but have the garage kind of decked out with like all of the black like linings around the wall, some spider webby
Black lighting or
things.
something.
And then the smoke machine just to give it that
Yeah.
spooky feeling. Nothing too crazy, but it'll be fun.
Yeah.
So it is gonna be a costume party because Halloween, duh. What are some of our costume ideas?
So I think I don't know if we've landed on anything yet,
We
have we?
haven't, we've
Specifically?
thrown around some I know one of the things that first came to my mind was to do Wicked themed because, I mean, obviously, it's
I
a pretty
think I've
big
heard of
deal.
Wicked, but I don't really know exactly
You've
what that is.
watched it with us. It's the witches, I mean, if I tell you all the characters, you're not gonna know either because I think you didn't want to watch it, but anyways, you wouldn't have to be a part of it. You would get to do your own thing, and me and Stephanie would be, shout out to our
Oh,
editor.
Wicked is the new Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
Okay.
Wizard of Oz,
Yeah,
yes.
got it.
But anyways, I would want to be Elphaba in green,
What'd you call me?
and then Stephanie could be Glinda, and it'd be so fun. Um,
And I could do the Wicked Witch of the West or whatever. Wasn't that
well,
yeah,
you clearly
whatever.
haven't watched the movie because this is like the origin story of the Good and the Bad Witch.
Gotcha.
So there is no Dorothy. There's no technically Elphaba's the bad witch, but she's not. She's just misunderstood.
Oh, okay. I do. I mean, I
Um,
remember the musical, whatever of it. It was. Uh,
Lila was like, I could be the one in the wheelchair. Um, but that was one of the options. We've thought of other things. We've always tried to do sorry. We've always tried to do a family like coordinated costume idea. The boys have never gone for it. And once again, Michael is going to do something just so out there we can't even begin to match it.
what did I thought he was gonna do his chicken?
Yeah, are we all going to be
We could
chickens?
all do the little puffy blow up
Oh my
things.
gosh.
Just fun.
Those are fun.
It sounds good to me because October in Texas is not cold yet, so dressing up for anything is usually miserable.
You
So
think putting
having
on
like a
that tarp thing is
with a constant airflow in
I
it
guess
sounds
maybe the
refreshing.
airflow would work.
I don't
Um,
know. I've never actually worn one, but the other one that we looked at was doing mom and dad Bluey,
oh yes, we are much of a
um,
Bluey family, very much.
and then we were also considering doing podcasters, like famous podcasters.
Yeah.
Um, and the only two we could really think of were Theo Vaughn and Joe Rogan. And I was like, I could do Theo. That would be fun. I could do like a little fake mullet or whatever. And then you were
Well,
like,
no, I like the Call Her Daddy one podcast. There was Bobby Lee was a shout like an option.
oh yeah,
Somebody was like, "Oh, y'all should do that." There's a lot out there. It's not that we don't know other
maybe. Well,
podcasts,
we just
but
landed on Rogan because it would be funny for you to dress up
I
as
would
Rogan.
love to be. I just think it would be so fun, and people would know who it's
Yeah,
supposed to be. But it's fun because it's like a nod to the podcast. Haha.
yeah.
Um, so we have no idea what we're going to be, but it's October. We need to figure it out.
We could just do the fun little punny costumes always.
There are some really good
Um,
penny ones.
I'm trying to remember someone that I went to a thing somewhere had a potato on a string around their like neck, and I don't remember what the joke was, but everyone thought it was really funny. It'd probably be good if I remembered it. But I like the ones that are like the serial killer
Ah,
or
serial
like
killer.
the one night stand where someone puts like a cardboard box over them and puts like a like a tablecloth or whatever with like a lamp on it.
Yeah,
Just like silly fun things. What was the
it is
other
fun.
deer in the
Deer in
headlights
the
or
headlights is always good.
there's a bunch of good ones out there. But
The funny ones are good, and especially like the DIY homemade ones, whatever is always fun. I like the dressing up as each other is always fun too.
them.
Um, so we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. We actually have no idea yet, but
Nope.
lots of ideas. Um,
Nolan's
sorry, practice is officially going, so we got distracted.
they're running laps, warm up laps, and I guess the guys that he beat last week are not having that this week. So he's in third right now. Oh, oh, oh.
Oh, he's
He's gonna get
passing.
second. Yeah. They're like, oh, I guess we're actually running.
Yeah, they're not staying together anymore. They've let that go. All
Um,
right, what else did we have?
what else? So we had the birthday party at our house. I mean, this is birthday season. This is because like my grandma's was one day, and then the next day is my mom's, and then Livy's was the day after that, and then a few days after that was Papa's. So like it's always been my whole life, at
Yeah.
least, has been end of September, early October is the string of birthdays.
And then for us, we've got Trace in November, Nolan in December, and then Michael is in February. So we
Yeah,
get a little bit of reprieve in January, and then it's back.
yeah.
So
I can't believe it's already almost the end of the year. It's the third. It's the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter of the year has begun.
yeah,
It's wild.
it's going quick, and it seems to be quicker now that we have. I mean, like this week alone, we have practice today. Game. Nolan has a game tomorrow. Michael has a game Thursday, and then we have a double date with my dad and my stepmom at a comedy club Friday. I'm actually really excited for that. Comedy is like kind of our. I
Yeah.
love to watch comedy. Um, So that'll be fun, and then Saturday is another game for Nolan. So
And I have a work golf tournament tomorrow,
oh, you poor thing.
and then Friday I have a meeting in my old neighborhood with the whole construction crew. So it's not only busy family life, but it's busy like whatever. It's golf. I get it, but it's getting up earlier than normal, driving across the city
Being in
to
the
a
heat and then
thing. Yeah, and honestly, when I'm in my own neighborhood by myself doing my thing, it can get a little like crazy mentally or whatever. Like
yeah,
sometimes I have a lot going on, but when you're like socializing with everyone in like a corporate whatever setting,
right.
it is kind of like you have that mask on or whatever. Like you're trying to be professional most of the time, at least, and so it's got a bit of its own exhaustion to it.
Well, you also had fishing this past
Yep.
weekend
And then we went fishing.
with work.
Yep. So
And
we
then while you were doing that, I
Nolan's
worked
game.
Friday and then we had Nolan's game. Well, I had Lila's tournament Saturday morning. I went and watched her first set and then went to Nolan's game and then made it back in time to watch Lila's last game, which was her third one. And that one went into the third
Extra innings.
match. Yeah, extra innings basically. And in volleyball, you have to win by 2. And so it was 14-14, 14-15, 15-15. And it just like kept, it was the most stressful. And then the girls were so tired. They had played all day. And so they were making like careless little mistakes. Understandable. Where I was like, no, they're so good. I was
Yeah.
like, they are definitely, they should be winning this. I was like, but they're going to lose it to something silly.
It's good for the other team though, because I feel like they've blown a lot of teams out like fairly easily.
They have the team they're playing, I've actually watched, I think 2 of the games because 'cause they've played them a couple times throughout the year already, and, they're really good. I mean, they are
Nice.
the rankings ended up being really well. The 2 that were supposed to be 1 and 2 are. They're
Yeah.
really good. So,
That's good.
but that was, like, all Saturday was just boom, 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 boom. Um, and so, I mean, it just makes sense that that's how our week is going too.
So we're gonna end it here and go take naps
Yeah, that sounds
because
good.
this is the only time we have to sleep, and we're using it to talk.
Ugh,
Just kidding.
using it to catch up with each other. No, but it's nice because 'cause I've been doing a lot of, like, thinking about the things coming up, but, like, this party went really well that we had at our house this
It
weekend
did.
because that was Sunday, so Saturday was all the games and tournaments and all that, and then Sunday was the birthday party, which ends up actually because it's at our house, it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
We ended up getting to just hang out and not have to drive anywhere, not have to worry about anything.
And
Your
then
sister always does a really good job helping clean up,
the
so
bounce
it's
house
nice.
rental was for 2 days too, so the kids got to play on it again yesterday,
Yeah,
which was
that
nice.
was nice. So,
But it's always something.
there's and it's always like I mean, I like listening back and hearing what we're saying, it's so fun that it's very kid-centered.
Yeah.
I think it's really easy to get caught up in I mean, you talked a little bit about work, but it's because you're going on like, oh, you're doing something for work. But a lot of times our like personal goals aren't what we end up talking about
Yeah.
because it's not that we don't have them. It's just that so much of what we do is focused around the kids. And
That is our
that's
personal goals.
that's what matters. I mean, to us, and I
Oh,
get
there's
it.
another kid out there with a guardian cap now.
Oh, he's the reason we got it. So, not the reason we got it, but remember there was, like, several concussions? He's the
He's one.
one that yeah, he got one at one of his other games because he plays for the school too,
Mhm.
and he got a concussion there, and that's when the coach was like, "Hey, I'm getting him the Q collar and this cap, these are the links." And then we were like, "Hey, we keep seeing the concussions. What are your
Yeah.
thoughts?" And then it kinda spiked it. He just didn't have it on that game because he was still out for concussion protocol, so he wasn't
Gotcha.
in it, but he's kind of the one that started it.
Makes sense.
But I am hoping that they start a trend and all these kids just end up with guardian caps because it can't hurt.
Nolan's grades have gone up since he started wearing it. So
He just tells he had several tests and he's made 90s on tests, 95 and a 96, I
he's
think.
doing really well.
He
That's
really is.
good.
Very like he goes to um a before school thing, and it's Christian based, some type of leadership opportunity for him. And he hasn't wanted to miss one yet. He wakes up early on Tuesdays and makes sure that we get him there as early as we can, like when the doors open, and he's taking it very seriously.
He's been doing a really good job remembering his instrument every day, and I think he's the first one out in the mornings. Um, yeah, like usually, well, before it was Michael that would leave first, and then Nolan would drift out slowly a few
Yeah,
minutes after him, and now it's been Nolan's been getting out there first, and so that's good.
it is good. It's fun to see him maturing and coming into his own there. But
I guess I forgot to silence my phone.
that's okay.
Oh, well.
Real life. Uh so yeah, kids, sports, all the fun things we've got going on. Back to
You had a shadow on your face.
I liked
Oh,
being
I
it's
didn't see your pretty face.
spooky season, dark and shadowy. Um, okay. What do we want to do rapid fire? Rapid-ish
Sure.
fire? Where
Where
it's
it's
always rapid. No, dang it.
it's
It's
never
never
rapid.
rapid, but it's always fire.
It's very genuine, by the way. It's not like we're not planning that.
No, I miss up. See, dang it.
You
There we
miss
go.
it up.
Dang it.
You miss it up.
I'm always, there was a time when Michael was playing basketball and Nolan was playing football. And I would always be like, oh, Michael, come on, we got to get you to football practice. And he'd be like, basketball. I'd be like, yes, yes. And then, Nolan, come on, basketball. Da, da, da. And he's like, football. And I'm like, ah, dang it. Yes, yes.
You do that, and then I do the same thing, but with their names. I call them all the different names all the time. I'm like, you know what I mean.
Teresa started doing that. Michael, Nolan, whoever you are.
Kid one.
And then he'll just go, children, children. I did the same thing when Nolan was in piano and Michael was in guitar. I just couldn't.
Yeah.
My brain would overthink. Don't say the wrong thing. Don't say the wrong thing, and then I would say the wrong
Do it
thing.
anyways.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Super fun. It happens to me all the time. So it's never rapid, but it's always fire. Anyways, questions. I have some. I have some prepared. What is your favorite candy? Okay, I know the answer to this.
It's Reese's peanut butter cups.
Boom.
But there are times where I want like
Fruity.
Skittles or Sour Patch Kids or something else instead, like
Right.
other than chocolate or whatever. But
Stranded on a desert island, you can only
peanut
have
butter
one
cup.
candy for the rest of your life.
Reese's
It's gonna
peanut
melt on the island. That was a
I'll
horrible choice.
put it in a bowl and then drink it.
That's awesome. Okay, what is a costume?
What's your favorite candy?
Oh, what is my favorite candy? So yeah, I can't pick this one because I get so burnt. There's no candy
Yeah.
that I would have on a desert island for the rest of forever. I recently had Smarties and I was like, oh, I forgot how much I like these. And
Smarties?
I know Trace doesn't like them.
Little discs of chalk?
Chalk. I love chalk.
That's a condition for that, isn't it? Your iron's too low or
Pica,
something?
pica is whenever you crave like dirt and hair and
Yeah.
whatever other things people eat. No, I Skittles is one that I go back to, all of them except the yellow. And so I tend to not buy Skittles because I won't eat the yellow ones, and that's wasteful.
Yeah.
I like the cookies and
Starburst?
cream
Oh, yeah, the cookies and
Hershey's.
cream stuff is good.
I'm not a big Starburst person. I'm really not like
You're not a big
super
candy
candy
eater.
person.
Cereal is your thing.
Yeah. I can pass up candy pretty easily.
Get it.
I'm trying to think of.
I go through phases too. I won't even eat a lick of candy for months, and then all of a sudden, I'll eat it for like 3 or 4 days straight, and
Yeah.
then I won't eat it again for a long time.
Yeah, I'm not big on gum or mints. We have mints at work, and I tend to
I used to be
eat
a
those a
big gum
lot.
eater, but not anymore. I
Yeah.
hadn't since
Oh,
I
you would
started
eat it?
having
You would
teeth
swallow it?
issues back in the day.
Yeah.
You like Tic Tacs?
I actually love the orange Tic Tacs. That might be my answer, but it would never be all the time, but
Yeah.
it's like a special treat. What is a costume in your whole life, from childhood to adulthood, that you wore that you loved, that, like, stands out to you?
The one that I always think of is so my mom for like a few years, probably several years, but 3 years that I remember. I don't know if it was in a row or whatever. But I remember being a Dalmatian, and then I'm pretty sure Robin Hood after that, and then after that was Power Rangers. And I know my mom made all 3 of those costumes, and I had the Power Ranger mask. I think I still have it.
I
I
think
think
you
I
do.
gave it
I
to
think you
Trace.
do too.
So that's the one I remember the most.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick a favorite movie or show out of all of those, I always loved Robin Hood. Robin Hood and Jungle Book.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, and then I think it was the first year we had Halloween when we were together. We went to one of your friends' Halloween parties or whatever, and we did uh Black Widow and Deadpool.
Mhm.
But I was like cheap. I don't like buying costumes, so I just bought the mask and I think fake swords, and then I wore like a
Yeah.
suit and I did like sophisticated Deadpool or whatever.
That's fun.
Um
That was
that
fun.
was I think that might be one of the only times you and I have
Really
like
coordinated.
coordinated a outfit.
No, one year Trace was a Ninja Turtle, and we got just a 4-pack of masks, and
Oh
we
yeah,
put on,
that's
like,
right.
the masks or something. We're like, "Well, whatever." Um, my favorite is also homemade, and I don't necessarily remember it, but I've seen all the pictures.
Yeah,
My nana made me and my cousin Pebbles and Bam Bam, and it just made for, like, the cutest pictures and the sweetest. My nana made our costume. I just
yeah,
love that so much. And then what's really special and why that stands out to me is because one of Nolan's first Halloweens, maybe not first because he was walking, so he might have been 2 or 3, but he was Bam Bam, and one of our really close Nolan just got the ball.
yeah. I was about to say, speaking of, he just got they're practicing special teams. He just got the kickoff.
Oh, Michael at practice said he was out there for everything. He
Oh,
said
good.
he got to play, like, corner, and then he was offense, and he was defense, and he was just like, I got to do all of the things today."
I think he's capable of doing really well. He just needs to be given the opportunity to it.
Well, and he needs
And
to seize it, like, he needs
yeah,
to ask for it and advocate for it and then go home and practice for it and then come
yeah,
back and be like, "Here, coach, I'm ready."
he has a
Yeah,
lot of natural ability.
yeah. I think his coaches have always seen something in him pretty early on and been like, "He's got something,"
Yeah,
like, he just has to want it
he
and
has
has to hone it
really good
and
hand-eye coordination and stuff. Every time I like mess with him and I say think fast and I throw something at him or whatever, he either catches it or like at least moves out of the way or like
yeah.
so.
It's because I did that to him.
I
Um,
remember this story. Yeah,
so he started, I swear, he took his first little 1-2 step fall when he was 8 months old, and I wasn't having that. He was my
you gotta
only
have the brain
baby,
development, right? You
and
gotta crawl
you gotta
first.
crawfish. That was the other thing is he immediately went he cruised. He barely crawled. He went from, like, rolling over, sitting up, whatever, to cruising, and he would, like, scale the furniture, and so, naturally, the next thing after that was getting away from the furniture and coming to me, and he took the little 1-2 step, and then he fell. And I was like, "I'm not having that. No, no." And so he did start to walk. We would crawl on the ground. We would do all the things because I think that's very important for brain development, hand-eye coordination, everything. So we did all of that. But whenever he was actually walking a little bit steadier on his feet, I threw pillows at him, and I was like, "No, no, you think you're big? Let me show you." And so he would have to dodge pillows, and now
It's
he's super
fun.
coordinated.
You're welcome, Michael.
You're welcome, Michael. Sorry, no one, I didn't throw more pillows at you, but you walked at an appropriate age.
It was a bit
He was
slower.
like 10 months. I mean, he was still pretty early, but it was like, okay, we'll give him that.
Speaking of Nolan, his Halloween costume.
What he's going to be?
No, what the
Oh, back to the story.
yeah,
So him and one of our very, very close family friends, they did Pebbles and Bam Bam, and my granny made his costume, and that was like a really precious, like, full circle. Love that. It just kind of happened organically, and then
yeah.
I saw the pictures again of me as Pebbles and Bam Bam, and was like, I love that. I love that they have that memory.
It suits
Now,
him.
I will never, not once ever, be doing a homemade sewing a costume. That's just not in my wheelhouse.
We don't even.
But
Not only do we not have a sewing machine, but I don't even think we have a needle.
we do.
Oh, we do?
We do have
Oh, we have that
geometry.
one little dollar store kit, don't we?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have used it to sew the couch cushion back
Oh, that's right.
together.
Our
So
couch.
I can at least do that much that I learned in 7th grade home ec. I learned how to essentially sew.
We have built our literally our whole life around our kids. We have 3 boys, so, um, when we were doing our house, we picked tile throughout the whole first floor because we
Mhm,
knew spills. We wanted something that wasn't gonna get all scratched and dented and dinged up and bit back whenever,
mhm.
and then we bought this, like, big fluffy couch for plopping and all the things, but apparently the one I guess that it was the one, like, right in front of the TV, right? So, the one that got used the most probably, like,
Yeah,
exploded one day when
yeah.
someone plopped down on it, so, yeah. You did a good job on that too, because I can't even tell
It's
which cushion it is
and
anymore.
it's still holding on, so
High
I,
five.
like, quadruple reinforced it, so anyways, that's probably my favorite costume, and then I've always loved, like, from the boys, like, the alien abducting the kid, so it's like an
Yeah.
inflatable, and then they've got, like, an alien on their back or whatever. Um,
Nolan was that last year,
I
wasn't he?
think so, and then Michael's
Yeah.
inflatable costume's really fun.
No, Nolan
Um
was Deadpool last year, it was the year before that, he was the
Oh, I guess so.
abducted
I guess
kid.
we have
Yeah.
done multiple Halloweens in our house.
Yeah. This will
Um,
be the 3rd one? Whatever.
so you mentioned that your mom wasn't very big on scary movies and stuff. Did y'all have any Halloween traditions? Like, did y'all do fall festivals?
We did more fall-based things, yeah, but we didn't live in a neighborhood when I was growing up. We lived on the last few acres that were, like, passed down from
Mhm.
the dairy farm that, I don't think it was my mom's grandparents had. So we would go to my god family's house or whatever, um, and they lived in a neighborhood, and I remember trick or treating there a lot. I don't like I said, I don't know how many years or whatever it was, but um, yeah, we've just never been big on spooky spirits and all that kind of stuff, so just kind of avoided that. I wasn't even allowed to watch Star Wars when I was a kid,
Yeah.
so that goes to show you anything. But that's fine. I mean, you know, there's 2 sides to every argument, right? So, I feel fine until I start seeing certain things, and then I get kinda creeped out by stuff,
Yeah.
whereas people that have been exposed to it more don't get creeped out by stuff as much. So, it's kinda 6,
6,
7, I don't know.
7. No, I definitely think protecting your kids from all of the scary, awful things, like, there's a way about that that's
Yes,
right and
for
true,
sure.
and let them be kids and let them be innocent as long as possible, so I fully support that, and
I also think it's more individual based than anything else. There's
yeah,
not just like anything else, there's not like an exact appropriate thing for each and every child. Where like so Michael's not as sensitive to that kind of
I
stuff,
was just gonna say the same thing.
and Trace and Nolan both are a little bit,
Very
especially
sensitive.
Trace. Um,
I was actually gonna say Nolan, he's my little, like,
I think it's just because he's older
emotional.
now and he's more a little bit more mature than he used to be. But they're both very sensitive to those things, whereas Michael doesn't seem to be phased by it one way or another. Like
Yeah.
so, everyone's a little bit different.
I was not censored at all as a kid. My mom could care less what I watched or what I not could care less. She loved me very much, but she just was like
She
pretty
let
much
you.
of the belief of like you're gonna see it eventually, you're gonna learn about it eventually.
Mhm.
If you see it and you have questions, ask me, talk to me. And there was really no reason to hide things. But as far as traditions, we never really like sat around and watched scary movies. But we did always go Halloween's no matter where we lived because we moved a lot. Even when we lived in like Columbus, Texas, we would drive all the way to Houston to do Halloween with my aunt and uncle.
Yeah.
And because they had a safe neighborhood, they always had a big Halloween party. They always gave out like bags of candy, like all the different assorted candies in a cute little
Oh,
Halloween
that's fun.
bag. They always did that. They always had pizza and whatever. And it was just their friends. They're like, so some of the people that I basically grew up with were also there. It's just a really cool staple that
Yeah.
it was like Halloweens were always at Aunt Connie and Uncle Jim's house, and um, good memories doing that.
Yeah, I would have to say, like I said, I don't remember how many years it went on, but trick or treating at my god family's house or whatever
Yeah.
was,
Now I want to be that house.
yeah,
Let's see if we can pull that off. If we can make this a standing thing. Um, what was my question? I had one. What is your take on candy corn?
gross.
Really?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I could live without it. Like, it's not one that I'm ever like, yes, it's candy corn season. But if it's there, I'm always like intrigued enough to be like, what's this taste like again?
Yeah,
And for the life of me, in this moment right now, I could not imagine the taste of it. Like, it's not one that's like ever should. It's always just like, meh.
it's like so the Smarties thing, it's like if someone yeah, they're like more jelly, like jelly bean type
See,
chalky.
I do like jelly beans.
I do the same thing every time I see candy corn. I'm like, I'm gonna eat one just because I want to remind myself how awful these things are.
What's the color order? Can you describe a candy corn?
They're orange, yellow, and white,
I know, but what's the
or
order?
I don't know,
I think it's yellows at the
gross,
end, and orange is the other end, and the white's in the middle, but I'm not sure.
or is it brown and
There's
yellow and
no
orange?
brown.
Yeah, I think it's yellow. It's
Hmm,
yeah, orange, white, yellow,
I don't know.
white, orange. I don't know either.
I don't know either. What is the scariest movie you have seen?
Ooh. The one that always comes to mind is silly. It's not even really that scary of a movie, but I think I was like 10 maybe. And it was Signs. I watched that with some friends
Yeah.
from like behind a pillow the most of the time. So I'm big on the sound of things more than I am anything else.
Mhm.
And I think it was just I don't even remember. I haven't seen it since then. I probably should go
I
back and
haven't
watch
seen
it.
it.
But there's like 2 or 3 creepy-ish moments where, like, whatever thing it is in the movie, like, runs between an alley and you barely get a glimpse of it or something, but it's, like, the suspenseful music or whatever, and
Yeah.
then another movie that I can think of, where that comes into play is the sound of it is, what is it? Amer Wild America? It's an old I think it's Jonathan Taylor Thomas and, like, 2 other guys, and these 2 brothers are older, like Michael and Nolan, and they have a younger brother, not quite as far apart as Trace is, but they are like one's going to college, the other one's like a junior in high school, and they want to like go travel and film over the summer before he leaves for college or something. And the youngest one sneaks in the bed of the truck and they get like hours and hours away from home before they realize that he was on the trip with them. So they have to like protect him while they're going on this adventure. But there's the moment in the movie where they're in a bear cave, like a sleeping
Mhm.
bear's den, and like the bears wake up, and I had to mute it when I was a kid because
Oh, yeah.
the sounds of the bears in the cave or whatever creep me out. So I get creeped out by some weird stuff, but it's like zombies don't bother me, but they bother you. Like
I don't like zombies. It's true.
there's just certain things that
But I wouldn't even say that that doesn't even rank on my scariest movies. Um, I I don't remember too vividly the day that it happened, but I do know that I was at daycare. It was like an in-home daycare, and I was one of the younger kids. Most of them were my sister's age and a little bit older. And I guess the babysitter gave the kids the option of what movie we were going to watch because it was a movie day. And she said Chucky, and I was really
mm,
excited because I heard in my head Rugrats. Like I was, but that's the age I was
yeah,
that Rugrats was where my mind was, and it was not that. And so I watched a little bit of Chucky that day, and that one was definitely one that messed me up for a while.
yeah.
I never liked like The Grudge. I've seen it, but I didn't like it.
I
Um,
know The Exorcist was one that my mom I think was the reason why we weren't as into that kind of stuff because she saw it when she was in school or something,
yeah,
and it really like stuck with her forever, kind of thing. I've just never really watched. I'll watch like vampires and zombies and like things that aren't real
yeah.
or whatever. I don't know, like the serial killers with the masks on and all that stuff doesn't really do it for me.
Jeepers Creepers. Freddy Krueger was one that was absolute no. I
Yeah.
couldn't do that one either. But, like, to me, it's the other way around. The gory ones don't bother. So, like, Hostel and Saw and whatever, that never bothered
Yeah, and
me.
that
That's
Saw never bothered me either.
I mean, Saw was like a creepy mask guy, but I kind of liked the
Yeah,
plot
it was
twist
more
there,
silly, I think,
and it was
to me than anything else. It's like, this is ridiculous.
but I liked, like, the puzzles and the mazes and,
Yeah.
like, the story behind it was kind of
Oh,
interesting.
30 Days of Night? I still don't think you've seen that.
Mm-mm.
I've talked to you about it a couple times. It's a really good, vampire movie in, like, Juneau, Alaska or something, somewhere random where there's, like, a because it's real, like, not vampires, but there's, like, parts of the world where for, like, 30 days or so,
Oh,
there's
yeah, it's
little to no sunlight, and so
yeah.
that's the plot behind that movie is that's, like, obviously vampires don't do well in the sun. So for, like, 30 days, they keep slowly working their way or every year or whatever, they slowly work their way through, like, small town Alaska and eat people, but, like, the sounds that they made in those movies was really
Mm.
creepy.
Oh, so it's not one you want to watch.
Uh, it doesn't bother me anymore because I've seen it several times, but I was not a fan of it the first time I watched it.
Oh, well, the movie that got me that had no business scaring me the way that it did was The Mummy, and it was just the age I was when I was exposed to it.
Is that,
Brendan
Brendan
Fraser?
Fraser? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I still don't think I've seen that either.
I don't think I don't remember. I actually couldn't tell you because I haven't watched it in my adult years, but I feel like it had more of like a Indiana Jones vibe, like
Yeah,
a you're on this almost like National Treasure, you're on like a hunt, and they end up with there's mummies. I don't know. I don't think it's supposed to be as scary
yeah.
as it was to little. I want to say I was in third grade, and it just like messed me up for a while there, and so I won't watch it now. But
You never know what's gonna do it. Like, I think we've all got something that, like, we're not a fan of.
yeah.
Like, if we wake up in the middle of the night, whatever, like, it's sometimes, like, I don't know, some
Oh,
stuff
like
creeps you out.
the boys loved Coraline, that little cartoon with the she had like a doll and the doll would take her to I don't remember, but it was basically she had this like her life was so bad, but then there was like when she would go to this other place, she had like the other mom and the other dad, and it was just like the
Hmm,
creepiest like Tim Burton vibes. The
yeah.
just like the Nightmare Before Christmas or whatever, where it's
Oh,
like
I don't like
it's
that
cute
one.
and it's
That
fun
one's
and it's
weird.
whatever, but it's weird. Beetlejuice was weird to
Yeah,
me. Like
same.
those some of those movies that are like they're not supposed to be scary, but I was like, oh, that doesn't sit right with me. So
Well, like the Marvel movie that we watched a couple years
Scarlet
ago.
Witch.
Yeah. When she, like, comes out all creepy out of the mirror or whatever, and I was like, "Oh, I don't like that."
I'm like, we took our children to see this,
Yeah,
like, and that's on us for not, whatever,
whatever.
doing our research. But we
It
are a
was done
Marvel
well.
family.
Like,
Yes,
that's my thing is, like, that's the reason I've watched 30 Days a Night several times is because it is a really good movie.
right.
So like, worked my way through some of that stuff,
I do
and
think that
Scarlet
helps.
Witch was such a good movie that I was like, "Whatever, this one little part."
Elizabeth Olsen, right? Elizabeth Olsen.
Uh, yeah, Mary-Kate and Ashley's little sister.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I always am like, what are the other ones' names? But freaking love Elizabeth. She did so great in that,
and
and
Benedict Cumberbatch is
he's all right.
probably a top at least top 5 for me. I really like him and the Sherlock Holmes series and all that kinda stuff.
Hmm. Yeah,
He's really
he
good.
is really good. Yes.
Marvel's done a heck of a job over the last 10 or 15 years or whatever it's been.
Speaking of, now the boys have us watching a zombie Marvel zombie. I don't know.
The
It's
What
in
If
the title.
series. Yeah.
But zombies are my one ick. I can't do it. I didn't make it through The Walking Dead, although I wanted to for Jeffrey Morgan. Is that his name? Jeffrey Dean Morgan?
Yeah, I don't think anyone made it through it. It
Uh,
got bad at the end, but
but it wasn't even just that. It was just I don't care for zombies.
yeah.
It's not my thing. If the funny ones I can do, like what's the one with
Zombieland
oh yeah,
with, Woody Harrelson
Woody
and
Harrelson, that's what I was thinking
I
of.
always forget the other kid's name.
It's a good one.
Those are
Adam
fun.
is that like Adam Sandberg or one of those
It's not him, but it's someone like
looks
that,
like
yeah.
him? Jesse
I think it's that one, yeah.
yeah, it's good.
I really liked in the second one when they had, like they came across the guys that were, like, the same version of them. It's, like, the little nerdy kid and then, like, the
Oh, yeah.
interviewer, and they're in, like, Elvis's house or whatever. Those are fun.
Those are
Those are
fun.
good movies.
So that wraps up our
Well,
rapid
I've got one
fire.
for you.
Oh, you're allowed to ask questions. Okay.
Um, do you remember FMK?
Mm-mm.
It's the bleep, Mary,
Oh, yes,
kill
yes, yes,
thing
yes, yes.
that
Okay.
everyone did back in the
Okay.
day. So the Halloween one is pet, marry, kill, Scooby-Doo crew.
Okay.
So if you had to keep Scooby, Shaggy, is it
Velma, Daphne,
Velma,
Fred.
Daphne, and Fred, you had to keep one as a pet.
Okay.
Well, you had to marry one and you had to kill one,
All right.
or get rid of one, or whatever. I don't know what you do with the other two, but doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's hypothetical.
Um, if I was gonna get rid of somebody, as much as I love Jinkies, where's my glasses? Because I used to say that all the time. Velma.
You're getting rid of Velma?
I probably would. I don't really feel like. Why do you think I'm the most like her?
No,
Do you think I should relate to her
I think
more?
you're the perfect combination of Velma and Daphne mixed.
Whatever that means.
Yeah,
Um, I feel like I might marry Shaggy.
I
Um,
like it. Yeah.
and then Scooby as a pet, obviously, because crime fighting dog, like that would be very helpful.
What did we decide this podcast is rated?
So who are you gonna
So
have as a pet?
okay, we have to keep Scooby as the pet.
You don't have to. No, no. In fact, you can't pick any of my same answers.
Okay, so I'm gonna kill Fred because he's annoying,
Yeah, that's true.
or get rid of Fred, and then I would marry Velma
Sorry, I
and
killed her.
keep Daphne as a pet.
Okay, I didn't. Okay, that's good though.
It's fun.
That's good though.
It's silly.
I didn't even consider that outcome.
I think that came up. I don't know. I had to have been in high school, and everyone was like, "Well, you can't have." I was like, "Mm,
You're like, wait, I actually have this cracked to the T. That's
yeah,"
awesome. Okay.
because I think Velma's more Mary material than Daphne, if we're being honest.
Well, yeah, it makes sense.
So,
But it makes sense that you had to kill Fred to get her, even in that
well,
capacity.
Fred's
So
just annoying. So,
yeah, that's true.
and then I would just hang out with Scooby and Shaggy.
Yeah, they get to still
They're
be
my
around.
buds.
You didn't kill them or anything. So yay. That's so fun. Okay, let's do our under and over par moment and then
Oh goodness.
wrap up.
Okay. Um. Let's see. Over par.
My under par moment was yesterday. I worked my full 12-hour shift on a Monday and didn't come home feeling like wiped and exhausted like sometimes I do. I felt good, but it was so fun to come into the driveway, see the unicorn bounce house still in our yard, and all of our kids, our niece and nephew were in it. Some of
Some
the
of the
neighborhood
neighborhood
kids
kids.
were over, and like the water was going and everybody was just having fun, and I was just like, this is it. Like, this
Yeah.
is why we do it. This is why we work as hard as we do. This is why we got the house that we have and we make these memories. And I was like, this is what it's all about.
Yeah.
And so that was a really good moment for me.
Not to steal yours, but I guess sitting out there watching them all play and have fun and like hang out and whatever. That was a really good moment.
To like be like, okay, there's nowhere I need to be right now. There's nothing I'm supposed to be doing. Cool. We could be still cleaning up the last bits of party leftover or whatever. But it's like, no, this is it. Like to just sit out there and soak up that moment was so nice.
Yeah. I was gonna say fishing, because hunting and fishing were like my two big pursuits for a long
Yeah.
time. Like those were my hobbies more than golf. Um, I've just realized that golf is more doable throughout the year, and there's no like bag limit, or you don't have to buy a license for it. You don't have to learn all the new laws. Like you can
Yeah.
just go play and casually have fun. And there's whatever. I'll probably still hunt and fish forever. I still
Yeah. I
enjoy
would
it,
hope
but
so.
um, I've been pouring a lot more into golf the last year or so. So getting to go fish again was really nice. We didn't really catch much, but we caught all of next year's fish. So, but it was still fun.
I
And
think
then
that's good.
I guess that was my under par moment.
Yeah.
I think I said over. My over par. This is the one I'm not good at. Oh, I almost fell out of the bed last night. So I sleep on the right side of the bed if you're in the bed, and you sleep on the left side.
Mhm.
But you slept on my side while I was fishing, and so we just slept backwards Sunday night, and so then we went back to normal last night. And I don't know if I was just like tossing and turning a lot or whatever, but I woke up like head off the side of the bed and like just completely disoriented or whatever because I slept in a they called it a bungalow, but it was like a little 2-bedroom mobile home type thing. Slept in that Friday night and then on the wrong side of the bed Saturday night or
Yeah.
Sunday night or whatever it was. And yeah, anyways, that was a weird. I just didn't sleep good that night, I guess.
Yeah. I think that was part of
So
it too, is
kind of
just
recovering from all of that still.
all the chaos and everything too, of all the stuff going on. Do you know there's some people that don't have a side of the bed? Like, the couples just switch and willy-nilly just sleep wherever?
That's weird.
But it's like, then where's your things? Like, where's your charger and your, you know, like, your
Yeah.
things? Like, because when we switched, you were like, "Oh, hand me this. Oh, can
Chapstick
you do
and
this?" And it was like,
Kleenexes and
"Ugh, just have your side back."
yeah.
Um, but
I
I
mean, I
don't
guess it makes sense, I guess, if you're but yeah, I don't know. I like
know. That'd
my
be weird.
reaching over and grabbing my cup in the same spot and whatever. But,
I'm just yeah, I'm such a creature of habit that, like,
yeah.
my pillow and my I don't know. Yeah,
If you don't have a side of the bed, you're weird.
you're weird. I don't have an underpar. I mean, overpar.
Which one?
What's wrong with my brain? My stroke acting up.
I mean, that not sleeping well and waking up in the
I didn't sleep well last night. Trace was up multiple times. Uh, just well, it was like the same time. One time I got him back in bed, and then 30 minutes later he came back out. Um,
see,
and then
that
got
was
up
kinda
early.
surprising because he's been doing a really good job.
Again, I think it's just all of the party chaos, and then he was up late, on the bounce house and hanging out with cousins and stuff. I think he just didn't have structure and routine for a couple of
Oh,
days there.
can we talk about spooky commercials? Like, what
What?
the heck?
Like, we'll go from watching
We're watching
football
regular football
to
to demons and all kinds of stuff on the TV. I'm like, some people are watching these with their 4 and 5-year-olds, guys. Come on.
like, to me, if the movie has a rating of whatever, it
Yes.
shouldn't be allowed to be the commercial shouldn't be allowed to be played during
Yeah.
a PG performance of
I don't even
whatever.
know what the names of them are, but it's like, Lila was watching a weird show when she had a friend over, and it was like you grab this hand
Oh, yeah.
and you're like possessed by it or whatever. But it was some kind of commercial like something like that. And I was like, I had to like cover Trace's eyes or whatever because I don't
Yeah,
really, I mean,
that is
especially because
crazy.
we're usually watching, I guess we watch football during the day on Sundays, but
It
Sun Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday night football or like a baseball game or whatever, like
yeah, it's just all the time now. Oh,
you
come on.
shouldn't have the ability to put some rated R jump scare thing
Yeah, he
on.
did say he had a bad dream last night was one of the things.
So
So,
no matter how much you try to protect your kids from stuff, that's one of the reasons I'm like, okay, maybe I don't want to shelter my kids quite as much as I was because a little bit of exposure to some of those things at least helps them when it surprises them.
yeah, and I understand letting certain things into your home gives them the ability to like for it to go into their heart, but I want my kids to be empowered like, you choose what you let into
Yeah.
your heart. And you choose what you could handle and what you can't handle, obviously not Trace because he's 4 and we choose some of that for him.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I want it to just really be like empowering them to where it's like, no, no, like you're still gonna have bad dreams. We all do.
Yeah.
It's how you handle it. It's like, okay, let me give you the tools that I have in my toolbox for what I use. And a lot of times for me, it's you pray
Yeah.
and you talk to God and you ask him to help you. And then, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sorry, I kind of derailed that, but I just remembered the
No, yeah, I
that's a
agree.
big thing that I don't like about Halloween too, like or this time of year or whatever, is there's a lot more releases of creepy movies and whatever.
Right.
So, I mean, whatever, they're gotta advertise for their product, dude. So, I guess I don't blame them for taking advantage of it, but,
Right.
you know, it'd be nice if there
Be
was
nice.
an option, "Hey, I'm gonna watch this." show, and I'm approving this age limit of commercials or what. I don't know. There's got to be a
There's
way
gotta
to.
be something.
Anyways,
But, well, I think that's it. I think that's all we really have.
shit. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I'm excited for doing a party instead of trick or treating.
Mhm.
Thanksgiving is my favorite time of year, so I'm always excited for that. Fall. So let me rephrase that. Fall is my favorite time of year.
I
So
almost wore a hoodie to practice because I knew we were gonna sit in the car, and I'm trying to, like,
yeah,
bring on all the fall vibes.
there's been 2 or 3 times where I've tried to wear like pants and my boots or whatever, or like a windbreaker or something to try to encourage fall weather.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's my favorite time of year for sure. Everyone else's in the country is like, oh, you don't know what winter is like or whatever. So I like our winters too
Yeah.
because it's kind of
It's
basically fall.
basically fall with a little hint of summer still, sometimes in
Sometimes
December,
sometimes you get a week or two of summer, and sometimes you get a week or two of spring, and then sometimes you actually get a week or two of winter.
and then everything freezes and Texas closes.
Yeah,
But
because no one around here knows how to drive in winter weather. So really, just in general.
really just in general, honestly, because it's either raining or and it's cold or people are just in rush hour.
Yeah,
We were on our way here and the group text for the team was going off that there was an accident on one of the roads getting to practice. So they're like, a lot of us are going to be late.
yeah,
Just every day.
always something. Ooh, the moon's really pretty.
It has been the last couple of days.
Well,
Like it's been like a full moon, is what I meant.
it's
Sorry.
kind of got like a cheese moon right
I don't
now,
see it. Where is the
right
moon?
over there. Uh,
Oh, I see it
it's like
now.
yellowish, orangish yellow.
Oh, orange for spooky season,
Yep,
like a pumpkin in the sky. All right. Is that a wrap?
that's a wrap. Hi guys.